Hello everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to our webinar this afternoon where we have Colin and Elaine from eBay, and they're going to run us through all the benefits that they have to offer. And as those of you who've been with us before, what we'll do is you will type your questions into the Q&A or the chat box, and we will deal with those at the end of the presentation. If there's something that's really important on a slide or content that you have a query on, that will probably be answered at the time immediately. So with that, I'm going to disappear, and I'm going to leave it to Colin and Elaine. Thank you.
Hello, thanks for coming along to our eBay Ireland Up and Running webinar today. So I think we'll start off with some quick introductions. My name is Colin McCallion. I've worked in eBay for over 15 years, and the majority of that time I've worked within the UK, French, Italian and Spanish markets, working and helping business sellers and business units create packages to enable our community to be successful. I also worked on our cross-border trade teams in the UK and Germany, so I have a good bit of understanding around cross-border sales and how to leverage the eBay platform to deliver great returns in that regard. Elaine?
Hi everyone, my name is Elaine Kelly. So I'm the Senior Commercial Operations Lead for the UK and Ireland. I've been with eBay 5 years, which pales by comparison to Colin. I actually just celebrated my 5th anniversary last week. Prior to working at eBay, my experience was all in retail management. So getting retailers set up within the e-commerce space is something that I'm really passionate about, because I guess coming from that background, I can see the benefits of selling online. So we're really looking forward to speaking to you more about that today.
Great, and as we go, if there's any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. And between the Design and Craft Council team, Elaine and I will try to answer as many of them as we can. We will also share our eBay Ireland email address at the end, and if anyone wishes to reach out to us directly, by all means, feel free to do so. So I'll just start out talking a little bit about our purpose as eBay. And our lifeblood as a company is really about small business sellers accessing our marketplaces and enabling them to grow or create a business that sustains them and their family and pays mortgages and bills. That's what eBay is about. It's not about the big brands. It's not about the Currys and Argos of this world. It really is about, family-run businesses that are looking to create an additional revenue stream and channel to market. Pierre Amidier, who you can see on the screen at the moment, was the founder of eBay. So he set eBay up in September 1995, many moons ago now, and he set the company up on the premise that people are basically good. And what he meant by that was that you can actually transact with a buyer or seller online in a mutually beneficial way, and it can really enhance the experience for particularly bricks and mortar business. If you look at some of the competition out there in the landscape in terms of marketplaces, they really are retailers, where eBay is a pure marketplace, and eBay can only be successful if the sellers are successful on our platform and the buyers enjoy coming to our marketplace to buy. And we feel that is true, and we feel that is the nature of the offering that we provide to our customers.
So what we found with the eBay marketplace is a lot of people struggle with the concept of eBay, what it is, how it works. And I know I definitely did. Even when I started in eBay 5 years ago, I got that you could buy things there, but I didn't really understand the concept of selling and how that worked. And even a lot of the terminology that was used, it didn't land with me. So if you're feeling that you're in the same situation at the minute, please don't panic. We will walk you through it, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. To put it simply and in a way that I would have appreciated before I started in eBay, if you think of eBay as a shopping center, where sellers can come in and set up a shop. So you choose the look and the feel of the store, you choose what you want to sell, you choose the price of the items, if you want to run offers on your items, if you want to run sales on your items, etc. Everything is within your control. We just are a host to that. We bring the buyers to you. We've got an established brand and a massive customer base. The best thing about eBay is that it's always open. So usually when you're, locking up the store at the end of the evening, you're pulling down your shutters, at the end of the day, that's it. There's no more revenue coming in for you. But with eBay, it's always on and it's open across the world. So you could be getting sales and driving sales throughout the night, essentially.
Super. One other important thing to think about is how has the eBay brand, the eBay marketplace evolved over the past, number of years. We actually grew up as a consumer-to-consumer platform. Auctions at the time were the prevalent way of selling items online. And when Pierre set the business up, and the first thing he actually sold was a broken laser pointer in an auction format. And that gave him the idea in terms of how to create eBay. But we've evolved and we've retooled our platform quite extensively over the past number of years. And we may not be the eBay you remember if you've used this in the past. For example, we have 183 million active buyers that shop first on eBay. Meaning, so instead of going to Google or instead of going to other places, they will come to eBay first, trying to find the products that they're looking for. We can give businesses access to 190 different marketplaces around the world, albeit ebay.co.uk, if it's Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Australia, North America, Canada, for example. So depending on your product, depending on the profile of your potential customers, we can have a look at where we think your product might land really well, or we could just experiment by adding different marketplaces to your business as we start to open up this cross-border trade opportunity. At any one time on eBay, we've got 1.3 billion live listings up on site at any one time. The sheer breadth of inventory in terms of everything that we have available to our customers is really awe-inspiring. And I guess, during times like at the moment, eBay is a great resource to be able to go and literally find anything that you could want to have or may need to have at this moment in time and have it delivered to your home. Over the past 12 months, we've delivered about 95 billion in sales on a rolling 12 months. And interestingly enough, 80% of all of the items we sell today are new fixed price items. So it has more of that retail feel, but we still have that long tail consumer to consumer opportunity. And we also still do auctions. But again, we're evolving the platform and it really has changed a lot over the past number of years. We're a leader in the mobile app. So eBay is on mobile, of course. And what we're seeing in terms of buyer behavior is a lot of consumers are now shopping on the mobile app. Prior to COVID-19, we were seeing peak traffic times in the morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. We were getting a lot of sales. And again, during 6:30 to 9 p.m. in the evening was when we traditionally were seeing a lot of mobile sales. During the current restrictions that we have, we're seeing sales happening all the time during the day and night. And again, nearly 70% of these sales are coming via our mobile app. So the fact that eBay will allow you to have a mobile presence and for your items to be surfaced on our mobile app is another great opportunity to consider when you're thinking about where you would like your products to show up.
Cool. So I'll just tell you a little bit about our retail expansion program. So it was set up last year and it was based on a similar program that we had done in the UK called Retail Revival. It was basically geared towards helping bricks and mortar stores to gain an online presence and just, I guess, to add an extra stream of revenue to their businesses. We partnered with a couple of key organisations, so the Design and Craft Council of Ireland being one, Enterprise Ireland, and We Are Dublin Town. And this was just to kind of help spread the word initially about what our programme was about and what we were trying to achieve. So you can see there, it was to build retail expansion into a powerful movement that drives meaningful results for our sellers and our businesses across Ireland. We launched in the run up to St. Patrick's Day last year. It was March 4th, and we had a group of 50 sellers initially, and we saw great success from those sellers. Our plan initially was to leverage the global audience of 183 million buyers by expanding beyond our domestic borders and into US, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Australia, all over the world essentially. And indeed, one of our first sellers from that first 50, called Rena Mara, sold her first item ever into Japan through the eBay France site. So that was very exciting for all of us when that happened. Colin will talk a little bit later about how our focus has now changed with the Up and Running programme, and it's now pivoted to the domestic opportunity available to us with the challenge of COVID in mind.
Great. And I'll talk a little bit about the support package that we put in place and we're continuing to leverage for the Up and Running opportunity. For retail expansion, one of the main selling points here is local offices, local expertise, local support. So these were Irish teammates based in Dublin and Ireland supporting Irish small to medium-sized enterprise sellers all across the country, in Cork, in Kerry, in Dundalk, in Galway, all across the Midlands as well. So it was really a passion project for everyone involved in eBay Ireland to see the teams lean in and support the Irish SME space, and we're really delighted to do so. We traditionally will have training events in eBay in Dublin, where we would invite people up to attend Christmas fairs. We do training sessions, and we also do different events where we like to invite our sellers to be part of. We have workshops for sellers on different topics. All of those workshops have now moved digitally, and anyone who's part of our Up and Running program or the retail expansion program is going to be going through different workshops, or at least offered the opportunity to attend workshops on topics like building your brand online, customer service, if that's really important in bricks and mortar, why is the same true on eBay, and what does that look like on an online marketplace like eBay. We talk a little bit about cross-border trade in some of those sessions as well, so it'll give you a holistic overview and training on selling online. We do topics like search engine optimization, how does that work on eBay, and what we find is a lot of these learnings and trainings are actually transferable across to websites and potentially to your bricks and mortar business as well. We will at times assign you a one-to-one coach depending on your business and what support best suits your business model. And that coach will stay with you for a duration of time until you hit certain milestones, and then you're set up for success. And we also will leverage different partners to support us with supporting your business to be successful. So for example, WebInterpret is our cross-border trade partner. We've partnered with them to bring a free offer to the table, which will allow you to take your Irish listings that are on ebay.ie and localize them on France, Italy, Spain, Germany for free, fully localized and translated for the international markets. We have a technical support team if anyone's integrating via Shopify or integrating via API, or if you're listing with your own dedicated software setup, our DoCommerce team can support with that integration. We are in active conversations with Unpost to become a partner of the eBay Ireland initiative, and we will have some news in the near future on our Unpost partnership. And we also have logistical and fulfillment partners with Wise Loads should the need arise as well. So we've got an extensive list of partners growing by the week in terms of key players in the Irish landscape and also players internationally that can help Irish businesses show up around the world.
So our results to date is something that we are incredibly proud of. As Colin said, this is a passion project for us. It's something we take really, really seriously, and we absolutely love being involved in it. It launched on March 4th of last year with a cohort of 50 sellers initially. And to date, we have 120 sellers who are active within the program. We've sold over 60,000 items to date from those 120 sellers, and we have generated sales of $4.5 million. So you can see from the slide there that we've done loads of PR with our sellers throughout the first year. For example, at launch, when we reached our $1 million milestone, and again for the Up and Running campaign. And we do try to weave in our seller narrative to our PR activity whenever we can. So you can see Deirdre from Rena Mara there, she's featured within this slide. As I mentioned earlier on, she does lovely skincare products. She is working out of Connemara, and all her products are made from seaweed that is collected on the coast of Connemara. So absolutely incredible, and we were lucky enough to go down and pick some seaweed with her and just to really get involved. So we, as I say, we love getting involved in our seller stories and hearing, you know, how they've gotten to where they've gotten, and to help them just broaden their horizons even more. We will look to do more PR activity later in the year, and we will try to include our sellers at the forefront of that.
And the other thing we do like to do from time to time is go out and actually visit our sellers. So we had the opportunity last August, September time to go and visit Rena Mara in Galway, Monaghan Music in Monaghan, and a few other sellers around the country, spend some time with them in their place of work and actually work together for a day. We were helping with listing optimization. We were recording some video for internal PR we were doing. We were helping them set up and optimize their eBay store. So when we can do that, we always try and go out and work a day with our sellers on site together, with the goal of trying to grow and increase sales. So hopefully we can do that again soon. So that's a little background on the retail expansion program. You may or may not have seen some press or some media updates around a new program that we've recently launched called the Up and Running program. And essentially this program is really targeted at any business that's has some friction or has been impacted by the recent COVID-19, maybe had to close a bricks and mortar business, maybe has one channel to market but could do with adding other revenue streams, and whether they're selling online already or not. And what we've done as an eBay Ireland team is come up with a support package that we hope will help small to medium-sized enterprises in Ireland over the next few months. And essentially what this is, it's a total free offer to use eBay and the marketplace 100% for free without incurring a listing fee, which how I would describe a listing fee is if you could imagine taking out an offer in a local newspaper to insert an ad in the Irish Independent, for example. That's what we would call a insertion fee or a listing fee. And a final value fee on eBay is essentially just a commission fee. So if you were to sell something successfully on eBay, potentially you would pay a percentage of that sale price to eBay. But what we're doing at the moment, up until July 17th, is we've removed all fees for new business sellers that register on ebay.ie. And we are also providing one-to-one dedicated onboarding support. So until you get your first few listings live, you will have someone with you every step of the way. And then you'll move into our online training webinar setup. And that will allow you to get the support and training you need to take your eBay account to the next level. We will then review your account over the coming months to see what level best suits your account and where we can plug you in for the best customer support. So far, the up and running program, we were live about 10 days or so, and we've had about 120 small SME, small to medium size Irish business sellers registered to be part of the program. We've had we have about 25 or so that are actively selling out of that list, and every hour we see more and more sellers completing their account, fully setting up and going live. And I think as of this morning, we had 973 listings from this program on the eBay.ie platform. The other thing to just call out in relation to the restrictions of movement in Ireland at the moment, it's pushing more and more traffic to a marketplace, to an established marketplace like eBay. We're seeing sales generally across the board are up on last year, and there's more demand for products, and people, we find, try to find Irish businesses first. We done a survey last year when we were running the retail expansion program, and 68% of Irish buyers said they tried to locate an Irish business first when they're buying online. So it's another good reason or opportunity to consider moving online, whether it be with eBay or whether it be with another platform. Just moving your business online can give you so much extra opportunity and drive extra revenue to your business. So I guess that is our up and running overview in terms of the program and what we've done in the past and what up and running can do. And the last thing just to talk about is how can you or your business access this support to move forward. So there's three main ways that you can become part of the up and running program. One is to register a business account, and Mary will share a PDF version of this PowerPoint later on. And in the PowerPoint, there is a link to create a business account directly. And the second thing to do is fill in our questionnaire. So if you fill in the questionnaire, one of our team will reach out to you straight away and walk you through the steps on how to create a business account. So if it's something you would just rather do is complete the questionnaire and wait for us to contact you, by all means, feel free to do so. And the third way is just send us an email at ebayireland@ebay.com, and then one of our team will pick up your question and we will give you a call back, and we will be in touch. So what does the up and running program offer to you and your business? So expedited onboarding. So we will make it as pain-free for you as possible to set up your account on eBay. You will have a dedicated one-to-one person to support you during that journey until you've got some listings live on the platform. You will then transition into our live webinar training program, and we will run a new training webinar every 1 to 2 weeks for the up and running group of sellers that we have. We have also created a private Facebook group for the up and running sellers. So sellers are in there asking each other questions and supporting each other. And we also have the eBay Ireland team in there supporting as well. We'll run site promotions from time to time. So we'll run homepage takeovers. We'll run deals on our homepage with our eBay Ireland sellers. And we will support you in that sense and giving you prominent position to make sure you get a lot of eyes on your inventory. And the other thing, as Elaine alluded to, we will from time to time engage with our PR company in Ireland, and we'll have stories in the press and media. We've been on News Talk Radio recently. We've been in across multiple national and regional papers around the country talking about the up and running program. And the next point, we'll be excited to go back and start sharing. We'll start sharing stories of our sellers that have been successful through the program. So we're really looking to support in that sense. So I guess we'll open it up to FAQs, questions at this point.
We have one in there from Quiva. So Quiva is just asking, do you have to have a certain volume of stock to set up on eBay, a threshold to be considered? So absolutely not. You can set up with one item, one listing. There's no minimum threshold in place. and what are the fees and commissions afterwards post this program. So it depends on the exact category that you're selling in. So that differs. So what I mean by category, is it like home and garden you're selling, is it fashion and so on, but usually between 8 and 10%. But just one thing that we may not have clearly pointed out is, and it's something that we always get asked, what's the catch? There is no catch. If you only want to sign up for the period of time that it's free to list and free to sell, that's completely fine with us. Hopefully you'll see the value and benefit from it. But if it's the case that you decide that you don't want to pursue it after that, you walk away, no hard feelings.
The 3-month support program, and the fact that you're waiving all fees, what would the net value of that be to people now?
In other markets, we have sold support programs packaged up as account management in markets like Germany, and the support package is probably worth €2,500, what other markets have done. We will offer free stores on the account. If people have more than 10 listings, we put stores on the account that range anywhere from €30 a month, depending on your size, up to €500 a month. For me, the support is the big thing. We'll be able to train into people that are interested through our webinars and your coach what it might take you 1 to 2 years to learn on the platform. And as Elaine said, at the end of the 3 months, if you wish to take that knowledge and disconnect from eBay, great. At least we were here to support you during this very challenging time that we're all going through. And you know, if it's just that we're here for those 3 or 4 months or longer, depending how long this may go on for, great. We've done our part and we've tried to support businesses. But yeah, I would say if you wrapped everything together, it's probably going to be in the €2,000 to €3,000 mark per month in terms of the package.
That's really beneficial. That's really, really good. And I'd like to take up on the point of last March, when a number of craft and design manufacturers joined you, and they found it really, really beneficial. And I wonder, would you be able to tease out some of those benefits, maybe with not sort of citing the companies, as to the learning you found from it and the learning they had from it? Would that be possible?
Yeah, I probably don't know the specifics of, you know, individual categories within our retail expansion portfolio, but what I can say is the sense of community that we would always invite our sellers to come and see us once or twice a year. Like, we have a Christmas fair, we have, you know, eBay is 25 this year, and we were hoping to have an event in Dublin again, and we like to have our sellers there, both to sell but both to engage with our employees. So we stay as close as we can to our you know, selling family, as we call them. But some of the essence I get when we're talking to our sellers face to face and on webinars is the sense of community, being able to ask questions, and the fact that I guess the eBay Ireland program, through retail expansion and up and running, is an ask that's come from the Irish employees. They've asked us to do this. This isn't a VP or a CEO saying, guys, I want this program to be delivered. It's our frontline teammates have said, we need to do more for local businesses, more for smaller sellers, and give them a platform to be successful. So it's the community is one, and the other point I would probably say is the exposure of your brand. So Machado's men's grooming, for example, I can't recall if that came from Enterprise Ireland or the Design and Craft Council. I think it was the Design and Craft Council. So Sheila from Carlo, she says the sales are fantastic, but it's the brand awareness that she's getting from being part of our PR exercises, being up in Dublin at the events, being able to learn from other beauty sellers within her sector and create networks through eBay, you know, from people that have either done it before, because we do invite experienced sellers along to these events as well. So you're networking with sellers that are 2 years ahead of you on the journey and are sharing their learnings and best practices. And then it's the training and support, I think, were the other call outs. The fact that there's someone in Dublin on the end of a phone or an email that you can just reach out to if you've got a query or a problem, has been hugely beneficial to the guys and to the sellers that I've spoken to.
Okay, I had the pleasure of being there last March, and the presentations were incredibly useful. And that was the feedback that I was getting from our clients, that the presentations were really clear, succinct, and that they really found them meaningful. We have one in, I wonder if you've just spotted that. It just registered now with eBay. And is that all he has to do? And is there a minimum quantity he has to put up on the site?
Sorry, I just saw that message in from Philip. So Philip, when this pack is shared, there is a registration link as well, and that will just mean that we will have your details to reach out to you directly. Alternatively, you can email the email address that's on the site at the minute, so that's ebayireland@ebay.com. And there is no minimum quantity to put on the site. You can literally sell one item. It's, you know, we hope you would list more and get more sales, but no minimum quantity involved.
Okay, so what we're really saying is it could be worth a go for the 3 months.
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. Nothing to lose. It's a no risk selling proposition. We're not taking any. There's nothing in this for eBay. We're only trying to support our Irish businesses in our community around the country, I guess.
Oh, sorry, Philip, meant to ask max quantity there. No, there's no max. Your coach will go through possibly the best way to list an item. So it depending on exactly what it is, if there's color variations and so on, we'll talk you through exactly how to do that on site. I see a message there from Anne as well. So Anne has asked, can products be uploaded from an existing website or do they have to be added manually? So Colin, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, depending on the website, we can connect directly with Shopify, for example, and some other websites. If it's your own purpose-built website, we would just need to understand how that information is fed into your website, in what format, and we have a technical support team that we would bring in to be able to discuss that with you in terms of what's the best way to bring your listings across. There is an option to list manually as well. So Amazon will have a manual option, plus you can list via a CSV file, or API direct connection as well is another option. So we're exactly the same in that sense. And depending on the products you're listing, we have an eBay catalog. So probably more for parts and accessories or electronic sellers and some home appliances, but you can list directly against the catalog. So if you have a barcode or an EAN, MPN, or even books, they can be listed almost instantly from the catalog.
Okay, we have another one here. Can you use your existing seller account or do you need to create a new one?
The fees will only apply to newly registered business accounts. So again, if you contact the eBay Ireland team at ebayireland@ebay.com and just explain to them you're an existing eBay seller but would like to avail of the offer, we'd be more than happy to extend that to you as well. But you won't get the benefit of the fees on the existing account.
Okay, Elaine, do you spot that one in from Claire O'Connor?
Can you connect with Wix? I'm not familiar with Wix. Is that?
It's a website, yeah.
Okay.
Again, I don't know offhand, Claire, but again, if you drop us a note, we can review that with our technical integration team and see how best to support you. So I am aware of Wix in itself, but I'm not aware if we are connected in the back end to Wix.
Okay, and you're happy enough with any questions that come out today that people can email you afterwards? And
by all means, yeah.
that we send on your presentation to our clients, okay?
Yeah.
And does anyone have any other questions for us as we proceed? Very happy, contented bunch today, I think. Do either of you have any comments?
I would just go back on the one point. This really is a passion project for Elaine and I and everyone based in our 2 offices in Dublin. We really want to create economic opportunity for small businesses around the country. And if there's anything we can do to support during these trying times, whether it's just advice or whether you'd like to try the eBay opportunity, please just email us. And if there's any question you have for Elaine or I, just mark the email for the attention of Elaine or Colin, and those will be sent across to me and Elaine to pick up. So happy to have, you know, conversations with anyone around general advice. But as for the eBay Ireland opportunity, we have a team ready to go on standby, waiting to receive contacts in and ready and waiting to work with you on this. So let us know how we can help.
Okay,
We just have a question. Sorry, yeah, sorry, Mary. I think I just saw it there from Philip. Philip is asking, is there an option for personalization? So there is, Philip. You can personalize what the listing looks like within the description. You can have the templates to look how you want it to look. The actual item as it appears on the page, obviously there's a look to eBay. It will be listed in that format, but within the listing itself, when you click into it in the description, you can design that how you would like, and then if you decide to opt into a shop subscription or so on, you can actually design certain elements of what your shop looks like. You can have your banner, you can have your logo, and so on and so forth.
The store on eBay is almost like having your own website on eBay. So you can make it look exactly like your website, or you can make it look almost like your bricks and mortar store. So different businesses take different approaches. So you can kind of style it as you wish. And again, the team will be ready to help you with advice on that when you get to that stage.
Yeah, you can have like, everybody will have a profile page where you can, you know, go into a little bit of detail about what your business is, what it's about, and so on as well.
Okay, I think that's given everyone a huge amount of food for thought, and I think it's an opportunity that you should really all think about. When I had the pleasure of being with the team in eBay last year and 35 or more of our makers, it was a very generous and informative session. So that's an opportunity not to be missed. And with that, I'd like to thank both Colin and Elaine, and thank you very much, audience, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.